So we got our shells all ready to go. Quite a few of them. Okay. We're just gonna take some more oil. We're gonna cook up the rest of these chips. Get that rolling. And some people ask me, what kind of olive oil do you use? Really? It's just whatever's available. There's really great olive oils out there. You know, everybody has their preference. You know, I'm not biased to any one that is better than the other. So we check on our rice. Alright, and it's, oh, look at that color. See all that? That's Spanish rice right there. You know, it's got dried up vegetables in there, peppers, basil, tomato. You know, when that's done, we're going to take our corn, add that in there, let that get all happy. More celery, more red onions, get that all set, ready to go. Our steaks are cooking up really good. As you can see, still nice and moist, you know. Look at that nice caramelization on the bottom, you know. And again, you add that mixture to it that we put on our dry rub, that's going to really soak in. Okay? So now let this go for a few more seconds and bring them over to the cutting board. You know, they're going to be probably about medium. They're not going to be cooked all the way through. You can if you want, if that's what you really do. If you really don't like, you know, totally, you know, raw meat. Some people don't. I usually don't. If I cook my steaks on a grill, I like them thoroughly done. That's just me. But again, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own preference. A lot of my friends like it medium well, you know, not so much raw. So that's what we're going to do. Again, it's about having fun, putting smiles on people's faces, having a good time with it. So, there we go. Alright, so let's take our steaks. Alright, bring them over here. Alright. Put them on our cutting board. And you can just see the juice still on them. Look at that. Oh, they're perfect. Okay? So take our pot, pan, get that out of there. Take a fork, clean one, preferably. Let those sit for a second. Flip our chips, get those ready. I mean, look at all this food. I mean, again, you know, even if you have leftovers, so much you can do with it. You know, you don't have to make tacos. You know, if you got a nice crusty bread like this, you can slice this up, you know, grill it, toast it, make sandwiches out of it. What about, you know, maybe adding cheese to it? Anything. Anything you want to do. Anything that's going to make it yours. You know, it could be simple, inexpensive cheese. Slices, it could be, you know, even if you took mozzarella and you just cut up into chunks. You know, whatever. It's just going to be your sandwich. It's going to be your meal. Anything that's going to put a smile on your face that you feel is really going to taste good. You know, that's basically what it's all about. So we got our rice going. We're going to pop in our corn. Add that in there. Let that get a little thick. Okay. Stir this up. Put the corn up. Again, you know, it's rice, so obviously we are going to drain it when it's all done. So let's get this going. You know, I mean, look at these chips. If you want a little color on them, go for it. It's just going to add a little more crispiness to the chips. Not a big deal. Put them here. You know, let some of the oil wax up, fall off. A couple more. Last chips. Bam, there you go. Alright. And this meal really hasn't taken that long. You know, yeah, I did pre-cook the chicken. I mean, chicken does take a while, but it's alright. Let's get that going. Okay. So let's come back over to our steaks. Okay. I mean, you can just see the juice on them. We're going to hold the fork right in the middle. Slide your knife all the way through. And look at that. Perfectness. You know, almost well done. It's in the medium. Perfect steak. All you're going to do is you're going to take it. You're going to slice it up. Just like that. You know. You can still see a little bit of pink. You know, but cooked thoroughly. I mean, and you can just see the juice is right in there. I mean, look how sensuous that is. I love steak. Steak is my friend. If I could eat steak every day, all day, every meal, believe me, I would. A barbecue, rub, dry rub, I would even eat it plain. Okay? So let's take the rest of our chips. Come over here. Get them there. Bam. And that's it. So our chips are going to stay there. Don't run off. Okay. Add a little more cayenne. Just a sprinkle. A little more salt. There you go. Okay. Now, obviously, these are going to go on the table. All right. Move some of this out of the way. So again, you got your vegetable medley. You got your coleslaw. You know. So I mean, you can do a buffet style. You can set the table up like this. Whatever. It's whatever's going to be more comfortable for you. I'm going to heat up on our rice a little bit. Come back over here. Okay. Slice up our steaks. Amanda, you want to try some steak?
Yes.
Tell me how good that is.
Oh my god, that is so good.
So again, we're just going to come over here. Slice the rest of our steak up.
I actually never tasted steak like that before.
And that was without the wet barbecue sauce. I mean, just look at all the juices come right out. I mean, it's so moist. Oh, I'm going to try a bite. It's got a little bit of crust. Not overpowering. Still moist and juicy. Perfect. That's what you want. Alright? So, we take our barbecue steak that we have here. Okay? Take it. In a bowl. Now it's going to be a combination. Okay? I go. My wet barbecue sauce. Any barbecue sauce will do. You know, you don't have to go and make it, you know, from scratch. A lot of people do. You can. I do have a recipe for it. It will be on my website. So, you just want to get the steak in there. Mix it in. Get it nice and coated. Okay? We're going to add a little more parsley. Just a little bit. Alright. Okay. Okay. Add a little more basil. Stir this up a little bit. Okay. Get that in there. Now, the mustard we didn't use. That's going to go in there too. This is going to give it that little extra bite. A lot of barbecue sauce themselves have mustard in it. Some don't. It's again just the preference and taste. But this is just going to give it a little bit of bite. So we're going to mix that all up. Just like that. And it's going to have this marble color effect with the red and the yellow, as you can kind of see. And it's just going to just go just like that. Now, it's going to go back on our cutting board. Okay, some of them. So we're going to take it. Remember I said it's nachos are going to have a little bit of chicken, a little bit of steak? Well, with this steak, we're going to cut them up into cube. You know, just a nice little rough chop. No big deal. Okay? That's it. Just like that. Take my hands, wash them up. Perfect. Okay? Now, take your plate. You're going to come over to the table. Okay? We're just going to grab some of these chips. We're going to lay them out. Just like so. A couple more. There we go. Okay? Now, take some of your steak. I'm rolling around. You can almost do this in layers, whichever you prefer. Okay? Wash your hands again. Alright. Some of that chicken we had, take some of it. Okay? And just mix it around. Mix it in with the steak. Okay? Got that green flavor going on. You know? That's kind of what you want. You know? And, you know, adding the wet is kind of helping making it stick to chips as well. There you go. Okay. Now, the other toppings. A little bit of white onion. right on top. Okay. A little bit of red onion. Again, the difference in flavors. One's a little more sweet, one's got a little more bite. Right on top there. Celery. Give it more of a crunch. Yes, the chips have a crunch to it all their own. But, you know, just that extra goes a long way. And the cheese. Take your cheese. Any shredded will do. Just go right around. And right on top. And for garnish, I like to use some of my mixed greens. Just for a little bit of garnish. You know, chop it up, pick them apart, whatever. Just to add a little more color. Okay. Now, what we can do is we can add a couple more chips to this. Slide them right in. Get a little fan cone design going on. Get them right in there. And there you go. So, you got your nachos. Those look really good. Let's have a bite. Okay? Try to get a little bit of that chicken on there. Mix in a little bit of that steak. Mmm. 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 Just all that flavor. Especially with the mustard mixed in with the barbecue sauce. Really, really tender. Really, really good. It's got that bite from the onion and from that dry rub, you know. Again, just that very, very hint of salt, not a lot. Our rice is nice and cooking. You can taste the black pepper. The steak is nice, tender. Again, nice and moist. And the flavors just really, really work really well together. Now we're going to take some more of our condiments. Just have them on the table. Now look at all the colors. I mean, really. I mean, just the colors of, like, Mexican food. Not so much on the place, but the food itself. I mean, it's just really pops out to you. Makes you really want to eat it. You know, I mean, it's like there. It's like, wow, I just can't get away from it. Okay, so what we're going to do, take our steak. Whoa!